You're listening to DNTO, where we are breaking the ice in order to escape. I'm Sook-Yin. It was January 7th, 2013, in Ukjuak, Quebec, when a call comes over the local radio. A pod of killer whales appears to be trapped by ice in frigid waters of the Hudson's Bay. Tommy Palliser was at home at the time in his community, and when he heard the announcement, well, he jumped into his skidoo to investigate.
And as I was going there, I kept on looking back, seeing if there's anybody else coming. You know, if I was the only one listening to the radio. And there wasn't anybody until I got about halfway, and then that's when people had just out of nowhere started passing by me. You know, I think they were going 70 to 80 kilometers an hour, and they were going without any supplies, without anything, you know, without even a sled. And we saw from a distance that there were these large objects, you know, coming out of the water, bobbing out of the water. And you know, as we got closer and closer, you know, you can really feel, you know, your heart pounding and your eyes kind of widen, you know, knowing that you're going to see something that you've never seen before, and not sure what to do, not sure, you know, what we can do, because they were such large animals, you know, coming out of the water. And in this small pocket of water, it was, I don't know, anywhere from between 15 feet long by about 10 feet wide, small pocket of water for all of them to be bobbing up. You can tell that they were taking turns. You sense that there was some kind of urgency with their movements, you know, how they were kind of frantically, you know, coming out of the water soon after each other.
Tommy and the others noticed that the whales were becoming increasingly agitated. Their smooth black skin was being scraped and cut by the sharp ice of the small hole. Exhaustion was setting in, and to make matters worse, the winds had shifted, causing the hole to close around the pod.
We felt really helpless. As time passed by, you know, we weren't sure what to do. We all came together and sat down, and there were some mixed emotions. There were some people that just said that, you know, this is a natural occurrence. They hunt our belugas. We have quotas on our belugas, and these animals are hunting them. They're hunting our seals, and why should we even help them out? That's from what one person said out of the whole meeting. We were kind of quiet for a bit. The rest of the people at the meeting, you know, wanted to make sure that, you know, we don't want to see these animals suffer. You know, we don't want to see these animals die. Animals just like us, you know, we're humans. They're animals. We're breathing beings on this planet, and you know, it's just a compassionate thing that we felt that you know, that is the best thing to do. This is the right thing to do, and that's how we came to the conclusion that, you know, we are going to do what we can to rescue and help these animals.
So the community decided they would carve a path to open water for the whales. Chainsaws and other tools were gathered, bannock and tea prepared, and several men volunteered to head out on the ice the next morning. It would be a dangerous mission. Weather conditions changed quickly on the ice, and these hungry, desperate whales were totally unpredictable. A team made up of a young hunter and an experienced elder set out the next morning to set up camp and scout the situation.
Everyone was well prepared, ready to go. We had all our jackets on, had our last cup of tea, and the hunters called back in. You know, they said that there's water about 5 or 6 kilometers long, about 500 meters wide, and their killer whales are nowhere to be found. The winds had changed, and they were blowing from the land out to the bay. That's when the winds start blowing out the ice, start separating the ice. Once we got that call, once we got that confirmation, we kind of were able to exhale, you know, able to breathe again, and kind of felt that we were under stress as well as the killer whales. The whole community kind of rejoiced.
But even though the whales were set free, the people in the community were pretty shaken up. For those deeply tied to the land around them, many had never seen a killer whale before, and in a way couldn't even make sense of this change of their land they knew so well. So that evening, the community got together and talked about the experience. Tommy was surprised to discover how the whale's escape had changed them all.
There was just one elder after another talking about their own stories, experiences they've had with, say, walruses, close calls with some walruses, other polar bears, other weird animals that they can't really explain. We were all able to relate to them in a sense that actually seeing something rare as a killer whale and being that close, because these elders, they basically grew up off the land, and with all the changes that has happened over the years, 20, 30 years now, we're located in communities when our elders were really living off the land in camps. We really had this connection with our elders, with the younger generation, really connecting to them. We really, can kind of better imagine the situations they were in, better imagine the experiences they had, because we just experienced that same kind of experience with the killer whales. We were really saying to ourselves, wow, these elders really have a lot to say, really have a lot to talk about, and there was a lot more respect for sure towards the elders from every generation.
And now Tommy has his own story to share with the younger generation as he grows older. Tommy Palliser works in economic development in Inuktitut, Quebec, and he's one of the founding members of UNAC Men's Association. Tommy sent us some photographs of that hectic 3-day escape. To check them out, head over to our website, cbc.ca/DNTO. Thanks, Tommy, and thanks very much to CBC's Katu McKinnon for her help with the story.